Right now, I'm currently finishing 2 months of operational duty in Gaza, and Gaza is one of really just a beautiful piece of land. It's a beautiful piece of land with clear sand and great beaches, and just all in all, you can turn the place into a Garden of Eden, a beachside, a beachfront, upscale communities. But the Arabs, the Muslims living in Gaza, have chosen to turn the place into a terrorist dump with rats crawling out from every corner of the buildings to shoot RPGs, and with a network of tunnels, bigger than the metro or the subway system in New York. Instead of turning the place into a beautiful area, instead of actually making this the Singapore of the Middle East, they've made this one of the biggest terror areas in such a small piece of land, where all the money has been spent on digging tunnels and creating places or areas to fight against Israel and to plan their next move in attacking Israel. Instead of choosing life, instead of choosing what is good, they have chosen death, and they have chosen what is bad. We all talk about how, as human beings, we all want the same things. We all want what is, to raise a family, to, make some money, to live in a nice house, to educate our kids on certain values, and that's it. That's all we want. But the truth is, it's not true. These people want something very, very different than what we want as Jews, or even other people in the Western world. They're not interested in just simply raising their kids. The whole Gaza, whether it be the terrorists themselves, whether it be the barbarians who came into Israel on October 7th, whether it be the people who clapped and cheered for the terrorists as they brought hostages back, whether it be the people who work for Hamas within Gaza, who look like simple civilians, and a whole network of just basically everyone in Gaza, maybe not 100%, but very, very much more than 10% and much more than 50%. Everywhere in Gaza, there's supporters of Hamas, people who believe in Hamas. This is not something where there's only a few people here and there, but most people are good. This is a people, the Muslims who live in Gaza. They want something else in life, something that is foreign to all of us. And the tragedy is that they have chosen death over life, and what is bad as opposed to good. Gaza could be a beautiful place, but they haven't. Aside for a small amount of neighborhoods of the rich people of Gaza, people live in poverty, and it's just an absolute dump, and it's too bad. But hopefully, in the future, and I believe that reality is much stronger than any ideology of a politician, or any pressures that might be applied on politicians, that the situation won't last for too long, and the state of Israel will eventually return to Gaza for good. And when we do, Gaza will become some of the most in-demand real estate in Israel. And when Gush Katif was evacuated, we had 8,000 people in something like 20 communities. We're going to have tens, if not hundreds of thousands of people occupying all the beachfront property. We're going to have resorts, and we're going to turn it really into a beautiful place.